Hey y'all, it's Amy Doodles here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sketching on my, painting on my sketchbook today. There was a little area in the corner that just needed something there. So I decided to draw my character. You've probably seen her a couple times. She's a cloud goddess. She still doesn't have a name. But I'm just going to be drawing her on the front of my sketchbook because she's one of my most favorite things to draw recently. I'm going to be coloring her in acrylic paint. You can see them right in front of you right here. Been really into drawing her recently, mostly because she has this fluffy hair and she has bright, not white, but warm skin, and I love drawing that. It's like she's always in the sunlight because she's a cloud goddess. So, ooh, one day I should probably come up with a version where she's like an actual storm cloud. I've had versions of her drawn, I think, in gouache and watercolor that was sort of, it had a rain element to the image, but it wasn't actually her being a rain cloud specifically. So yeah, back to the drawing that we're doing today. I'm just enjoying and experimenting with this acrylic paint. This was kind of a spur of the moment drawing, and I just so happened to have my camera up while I was doing this. I didn't think that this would turn out well because I was legit just throwing down colors to see what would work. That's usually how I go about these things the first time around. But this time around it worked. I had an idea in my head. I had a picture in my head, and it's not exactly the same as what was in my head, but it was really close. Have you ever had that where you have a picture in your head of what you want on the paper, but it's never going to be exactly that image? Not always, because once you actually get down what you think was in your head, it doesn't actually look that great. It's kind of hilarious, uh, just seeing your perception of something down on a paper and you realize that it didn't quite make sense. Luckily this time it actually did. Because it actually had a light source, maybe. That's what's different sometimes. When you're thinking in your brain, you sometimes don't come into account, you don't have an account for what environment the character might be in. And if you have that in mind as you're drawing, it really gives you a sense of depth. Like when you have a sense of lighting in your head with whatever you're drawing, it helps to uh, create a structure for the character instead of just I'm blobbing down the shape of the head, I'm blobbing down shoulders, I'm going to blob down the shape of her hair. Yeah, I mean, that's a start, but when you're actually trying to draw a person or something that could look like it's physically there, having a light source and a sense of where the shadows will be really helps to define the actual shape of the character. That's what I was doing at the beginning, but eventually I was just like, I want to draw the eyes. She needs eyeliner for some reason because I love drawing eyeliner. And those things don't require you to think about uh eyeliner doesn't require you to think about shadows, thank goodness, because it's usually black eyeliner that I go with. It's gonna be the darkest thing in the image anyways, usually. Ooh, I should experiment with colored eyeliner. Meh. Thoughts if you haven't noticed, this is just a long, very long train of thought that I'm going on as I'm talking during this video. I'm not sure if I will do more of these because I've never done these before, really. I used to do, actually, no, that's a lie. I did them before while I was doing this challenge called sketchbook video challenge. A YouTuber that I really admire called Juicy Ink did that, and it really got her going with all of her art, and I loved her improvement when she was going through it, and wish it. I just wanted to try it. I really wanted to try that, so that is how I started that out. But doing that challenge where you have to actually create a video every day, you have to make all of the you have to make a drawing each day, and sometimes that drawing just looks like trash. But you still had to record it as you were going. It's kind of hilarious. But I also did a voiceover reacting to my own work pretty much, and it was kind of an experience, yeah. It was a real experience. It was a good one. I learned a lot about uh, post production and how to make a video fast but still make it look presentable. I learned about a lot about thumbnails and stuff. And the fact that I don't really like editing all the time. Especially when I have to find music all the time. During that time, they didn't have a whole bunch of like free music on YouTube, no copyright music. There was just like dubstep, and it didn't quite match my aesthetic or what I really didn't like. When I make a video, I want to be able to actually want to watch it later again. So if there's a song in the background that I absolutely cannot stand, of course I'm not going to watch it again. So I ended up doing a lot of these voiceovers during that whole challenge. And I got through the whole 30 days of that challenge. Not in the most beautiful fashion, and I didn't actually share much of my work during that time, except on Instagram sometimes when I was proud of the work. But that was a challenge. That was like a year ago, though. Right now, I'm just focusing on improving my craft and doing the work that's in front of me. So I did this drawing I did like a week ago, and I'm just now up to the task of like recording my voice, because I actually am starting to do commissions, and it's great, like actual illustration work, and it's a lovely thing. I can do that while I'm doing these voiceovers. I have a lot of video recordings that need voiceover. And I'm glad I've done that, because now I don't have to do all of the work of creating artwork now. It's just voiceover and just final editing and maybe making a thumbnail. But yeah, I've finished this work. Wow. I've been talking for like over 8 minutes long. And that's how it turned out. Thank goodness it turned out. If it hadn't, though, I would have just gone over it again with white acrylic paint. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, if you'd like more videos like this, with me just talking in the background, just like the video down below or answer the poll in the corner. Hope you have a nice day. Bye.